Hey there, Four States. This is Luke Taylor, and welcome to today's edition of the KNEO Community Connection here on KNEO 91.7 FM. And we are speaking today with Holly Maxwell, and she's part of the First Baptist Church over in Diamond, Missouri. And she's going to be telling us about an ongoing event that they have that could help a lot of people out. And so, hey, Holly, thanks for joining us here on KNEO.
Thank you for having me.
So there's a weekly meeting called Celebrate Recovery that meets on Sundays out there. And why don't you tell us what the event's all about and what you want people to know about it?
Okay, so Celebrate Recovery is a Christ-centered ministry that gives people resources and to people that are struggling with any type of issue, if they're having any hurts, habits, or hang-ups. It could be affecting their life or the life of other people around them. We do meet at First Baptist Church in Diamond. There is child care provided, and we do offer a dinner that is free. We also offer a 12-step program that we are going to announce at a later date, which does cover a lot of the struggles that you are currently dealing with. And now what people don't realize is that there's only 1 out of 3 people that's attending CR for drugs or alcohol. Mm-hmm. It's the rest of it could be for anxiety, fear, eating disorders, codependency, people pleasing, pornography, adultery, time management, and more. So the purpose of Celebrate Recovery is to give your hurt over to Jesus to help you recover and to help you heal. Mm. And so, like I said, we do meet every Sundays at First Baptist Church in Diamond. And I am more than welcome to answer any questions that anybody has.
Well, I know when it comes to events like these or gatherings like these, some people are a little bit afraid to talk. You know, they're like, oh, am I going to have to give my whole life story if I show up at something like this? And so if someone's nervous about coming to something like that, what do you tell them?
Well, I have been through the program, and I was like that at the very beginning. And it's something that when you go in there, I did have that sense of being so scared. But our classes, they are confidential. So anything that is in our classes, it stays in our class. And we always separate from men, go to men, and women go to women. And our classes, they're all confidential. And you can share as little or as much as you want. And doesn't mean you don't even have to share anything. You can just come and listen. And you'll realize that there's other people that's going through a lot of the same issues that you're going through as well.
Yeah, I think that's important for people to hear because so many people feel alone and they think they're the only one struggling with something. And when you get around and talking to other people about it and hearing other people's stories, you find pretty quick that's not really the case, huh?
Correct.
And there's so many things that, as you mentioned, there's so many things people are dealing with that meetings like this could help them work through. And so you mentioned perfectionism, people pleasing, people going through divorce or have gone through divorce. So it's and of course there's a lot of people with drug habits and addictions in that area too. And you talk about gambling, grief, and loss, and job loss, and so all kinds of things that I think everybody goes through something like that at some point in their life, and all kinds of things that people can be helped through. And so the meetings are called Celebrate Recovery, and you can join them on Sundays. And they start with a dinner at 5:30 p.m., meeting at 6:30 p.m., and that's at the First Baptist Church of Diamond. And Holly, before we go, the title of it is Celebrate Recovery, and tell us why you guys chose this word celebrate as part of it. What's the where does that part come in?
Well, celebrate is we are celebrating our recovery from letting go and breaking free from our hurts, hang-ups, and habits. And by letting them go and giving them to God, there's a weight lifted off of your shoulders. And so that's why we want to celebrate, because there's something to celebrate once you let go of those hurts, hang-ups, and habits.
And one more thing I wanted to ask about is, so you mentioned there's like a 12-step program or something like that, but you all haven't started that yet. Did I understand that correct?
Correct. We do have a 12-step program that we are going through right now. We do have a group that's going through it right now. When we get done with that 12-step program, we are going to be starting a new 12-step program. And this program, it does go step by step with applying the biblical principles and how we grow spiritually. And when we become free from pain of our past and the destructive behavior of our present, this freedom creates peace, serenity, and joy.
Mm-hmm.
And it also gives you a really stronger relationship with our one and only higher power, Jesus Christ. And so this 12-step study will go through and it will help you to understand, how to let go of the hurts that you're dealt with and letting them go, how relaxing and free it can be.
Okay. So right now, if people started coming to the meetings, that would get them a little bit of time to get acclimated to the group and kind of the routine. And then by the time y'all are ready to start into that 12-step program again, then they'd be there, they'd be ready to go and be ready to jump into that. So it sounds like it'd be a good time anytime to start coming to one of these meetings.
Yes. And right now what we're doing is basically what happens when we meet is we have worship and we have a lesson or testimony, and then we break into gender-specific small groups. And that's where we have our small groups where men go to men and women go to women.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys are doing that. And again, the meetings are 5:30 for dinner on Sundays, and the meetings officially start at 6:30. And that's held at First Baptist Church in Diamond. They're located at 501 West Market Street. And if people want to find out more information, Holly, what's a good number for them to get in touch with?
You can call me at 417-325-6486.
Okay. Well, people can go there if they want to find out more information about Celebrate Recovery. And we've been speaking today with Holly Maxwell, and this has been the KNEO Community Connection. Hey, Holly, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
For 60 years, Crowder College has been empowering students to soar to new heights. From agriculture to education, to business, sports, and the newest technologies, Crowder always has something interesting going on. I'm Adam Winkler of KNEO Radio. Join me each week as I talk to a different person from Crowder College about what's been happening and what's coming up next. It's the Insider's Guide to all things Crowder. Subscribe today to the This Week in Crowder College podcast, available from the Sky High Podcast Network.